What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today we have a really special guest in the building. Listen, this man has been giving you hits from in the 80s right up until now, 2021. He's part of an infamous duo of Chaka Demus and Pliers. You know what we have in the building today? We have Mr. Pliers in the building today. What's going on, big boss?
Well, a lot of things is going on, my brother. A whole lot of things going on right now. I am in the studio doing an album, a solo album, and I am also trying to finish up an EP for my birthday, the 10th of April.
Okay, so you're busy in the studio, and
writing.
Like to hear that.
Yeah, because I love to write my songs, so I am writing. Writing and recording and, producing all of that too.
I hear you. All right. On this program here, we like to take it right back to the beginning and bring it up right now to 2021. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So first question we always start is, what part of Jamaica did you grow up in, and what actually attracted you to music in the first place?
Well, I grew up in a place called Rock Hall in St. Andrew. My attraction to music really is, listening to back in the days people like Third World, Lionel Richie and the Commodores, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and people like that, and I started to grow, find myself as a little youngster, really young. Maybe like about age of maybe like 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, I realized I start to really love music that every Saturday, them never used to play a lot of reggae those time, until really Saturday. But on Saturday when I used to turn on the radio and for listen to the music, and then you would hear racers. I used to hate when the racers come on Saturday daytime. I just want to hear music, Yeah, but it sometimes explain something, sometimes kind of look, difficult sometimes. Because it's like it's a thing where you grow inside. It's like it was there. It's like something that was there inside that it pop out so early. It was there,
Okay, so then when did you actually discover your voice then?
Maybe like when I around, say, 15. About 15, years of 15, yeah.
And what were you doing when you actually discovered, say, hey, I could sing and I think I could do something here?
I sing along with a Saturday daytime with the Alton Ellis music out here on the radio, and the Bob Marley music and the Third World, and the Lionel Richie and the Commodores and all of this music. So when you hear sweet music that you love, you sing along with it, and then you realize, say, wow, this sound like I could have do them do too.
Yeah, for sure. Because I know you come from a musical family, because Richie Spice and Spanabana is your brothers also. All right. Who's the oldest to the youngest?
In the music business, I am the oldest in the music business. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters older than I. But in the music, in the family. But I, in the music business, is the oldest. The youngest in the music business is the last one for my mother, who called Snatcher Lion.
Got you. He's the youngest, sir. Okay, so then now you're the oldest in musical, so then that means you kicked out before Spanabana and Richie Spice. So your journey into music now, did you actually go sound systems or recording studio? What was your journey like at first?
First, I start try to write my local music, It's to write, get my book and my pencil and try to write my local lyrics them. And that's when I was in the hills there. And then the whole of us was in the yard, because my mother have 11 kids, and them time most of we in the yard, the father and thing. And them used to search my book at Sunday daytime and laugh after some of the spelling and them thing there. So, especially my Christian sister now who are passing. Yeah, so me usually if I hide my book and go all up now some bush and them thing they go write me thing, them I hide me thing. But a long time, you know what I mean, long time back in the days I realize. And then me start put lyrics together and I find some I have a few songs and you know more on record. So me start go to whenever I know say me did for go a studio. See. So I start find the artists them yard. You know what I mean? People like I went up to Tough Gang a few times, Bob Marley. Never see Bob. Bob always gone on tour when we go there. But catch Peter Tosh. Tell me to bring a cassette him used to listen. Him say bring a cassette. Him say bring a cassette come with some songs on it and he will listen to them. So you know, me take the sing some song and take it to him. Them time him live up Sterling Castle side. You know what I mean? I take the cassette up there and left it to him son. The youth near Anjo. I left it to Danjo. And you know what I mean? Go back there like because we weren't there at the time when I go there to left the cassette. So like I go there like and like say I go there this week Saturday, then the next week Saturday I go back and I ask him. If him listening, him said, him not get the chance yet. I got to feel about a year, him still not get the chance.
Wow.
He that so till one time he look like him tired and me say him look for me. He look for me and say, yeah man, me listen it. But so me say what you say about it, me general him say, you want 15 more years to come.
Wow.
But me don't even listen on. Me don't even listen on. Me not no time. So me go so boom sling and I say, all right, then me sit down at the yard a little bit until when him ready. We go studio. Me ask him to drop me down at the bus stop and him drop me at the bus stop. Me and him a reason because I say him never know money in music and you know, something and let me at the bus stop and me say, okay, that was it. Me find Jimmy Cliff place now.
Okay.
You know, until Jimmy Cliff you know, me and Jimmy Cliff are, you know, like a par as a little youth. But then now he put me to this producer there, Newton. And Newton was supposed to record me, but I got there now for only a couple more years and Newton. Yeah, man, I go record you, man. And nah, I see nothing, so I go, so boom, I'm go. Left there, so now I end up now Yellow Man.
Okay.
Yeah, man, so I start by Yellow Man and things. So I ask Yellow Man, you know, you can do for me and I go there, continue, go there and come like Yellow get tired of me one day and just go so boom and put me in a car one morning. Birdman was the driver and him carry me at Jammies. Then disrespect, a brother did disrespect him at Jammies and thing and him leave from Jammies and touch a couple more studio until him reach George Pang. We go see George Pang sit down on Lindos Road. Sorry, Lindos Road on the corner there, man. Tristan Palmer and some man. Half pint there, man. Him introduce me to George Pang. And George Pang say, yeah, man. Road boy, we have a session like him that say tomorrow night a Sonic so Dynamic Sound, man. You can come and hear what you say. Yeah, so I go down there, I'm doing a show named Babylon. He make me record, me nearly no record because man, them did force him to come go dance. You know what I mean? So I say, no, me I beg you give me a blight tonight, man, because I really want, you know what I mean? Then time one of my brother was passing now, my brother will follow me in pass. And then next few money. So in give me a chance, I was going to the studio, I'm going to sing a tune here, Babylon and Brutalized, but the youths get wise. And the whole studio Europe, Yellow Man, Half Pint, the whole of them did in everybody a bus blank. I said, wow, them youth are bad.
And what year do you actually record this song here?
I don't remember, honestly.
Yeah. So you would say it was more 80s or 70s?
80s, man. 80s. Definitely 80s, though. Not 70s. 70s mean I'm yard.
Yeah. Okay. So then you recorded this song now for George Pang.
Yeah.
Did it actually come out on his label too?
Yeah, man, and put it out, man, and the tune I go on good and time the pinchers have one tune name Lift it up again. Lift it up again. I'm a Babylon a brutalize. Get a use, get wise. Bad tune, but then now me there on bad girl, there one girl they will deal with badness. And thing and they with her and thing. But them a Coptic people have money and thing already. Because she give me one chain, one gold chain, and we take the gold chain and swap it to a youth from Rockall. One youth will kill human Del. One tape. Seeing? That the woman then now here, see me run a yellow man one day, and she dropped me around the king one day, and one of George Pang youth, them they did it, you know what I mean? And then the youth, come like, remember like how me all Pepper start par at daytime, and I go to the studio, them and thing, and then I know me. I mean, quiet still, but, you know, some man stay more time and thing. But boy, I go back but tell George Pang, say me I walk and attack, say, in rob me, because the woman go around a yellow, but say, boy, yellow man, George Pang I rob the youth, you know. But the youth, I go on, so good, everyone go on here, and George Pang now give me, I mean, I tell them, the little woman nothing, because then time, I mean, never think about no royalties from no truth. Me just have the songs them I wrote.
For sure.
So that the woman then now, they directly go to, so don't go tell one lie, and then go to George Pang with it, and George Pang get upset and stop press the record, brother.
Wow. So I guess at this time I was doing good.
Yeah, man. No, I end up start lead sing right on my below, like on the main road that bottom of my house is so have a little bamboo club set up there, man. I used to play music at weekend time. You know what I mean? And the selector sing with the record one day and I say, give me the record and the man, me hear that tune then you go and say you pass you when you come sing 2 tunes for me. And I say, all right then, and I start check them out a weekend, check out the place a weekend time. Even though I had top side of my yard, below my yard with them, you never used to really dep on the road more than studio. Go in, you know what I mean? So I start go there now and start sing on them sound, and I realize I pull a lot of people from me the Rockall, but I pull a lot of people. I don't know if you know Rockall, you go Reddies, go up on the hill there, pass Lookout, go Reddies and left Reddies, pass Cooper's Hill, and then you go up to place there in Rockall. No, Emily.
And what was the name of the song? Was it a big song at this time, or was more of an area sound?
I look at area sound named King B there, but me take little sound, start turn little sound a big sound, because when me start sing pan the little sound start play all over the place. Get a lot of dates from all Reddies Road, Whitehall, Waterhouse. Enough people start notice the sound because people are hear about me. Because it's there. People hear about me, and Constant Spring, one inspector police come there one same hear about me and come there, come drink, and him want to see me. And when me perform the Sunday, because them have a little stage I used to put you up on, I will perform with song them. Me song them, because it's after when me I go on so good, I must about 10 more greatest Michael Jackson singer come and start run competition on the stage with me. And Mr. Man, me not deal with them thing there. Because if you notice from back in the days, all when pictures them, I show them like a word and them thing, them and follow up some man. I mean, them I talk about Sting and me and him and Sanchez and me. I say, yo, me not clash with no man, you know, because I'm a man who love be a man. Right now, I want my thing go worldwide, global, international. Me not circle my thing in a little circle and put on a fight. Because when me that come up, come listen to music, me never hear no war in a music. So me not join no gang. And music, me say. You know what I mean? So it's a journey.
And when you started out, what was your name always Pliers, or how did that come around?
Well, my name was Everton Banner, my real name. And then now, as me I go to the Scorpio now, the virgin from Constant Spring, him come here me now, so him tell Scorpio about me. So Scorpio come to Rockall to come listen to me also. And when him come there, him take one of the youth, them was a DJ. Him was named Johnny Walker. Was a very good DJ, you know, but him, I guess him too shy and them not have no power. Some most youth, a lot of youth, them not really, you know, some man say, yo, anything him I go fight, him I go feet, you know, him have the resistance to fight. Some people when the battle get too hot, too strong, them fling up white flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just go so him come and him see I and him take the DJ first to him do him come and me him come for. And I have the DJ there until him say one other Sunday now him come back for me now and I start sing for him sound. So I do a tune for him one time to in Dynamic Sound. A song for him and me that sing like Pinchers them time as everyone know. As a youth I come up I try to make me name. So this guy in the studio by this DJ in the studio by the name of Dignitary Stylish heard me, and when me finish record him say, "What a man sound like Pinchers? Why me I tell you, Scorpio, a Pliers him for name." You know, I wasn't interested in that Pliers name still, but hearing my good, right?
Yeah, man.
Never interested in the name, but Scorpio, all of me do Scorpio still because you know them still. You know what I mean? Them want that competition there with the Pliers and the Pinchers because you know when them do that now, them can't sell few record. Matter of fact, you know, when them sell a record, they never get $1, which is the truth.
In those times here, because one of the early songs I remember you recording for Black Scorpio label was a song called Bias Them Bias. That was one of your early recordings there.
Yeah, one of my early recordings for Scorpio. But so I get the name Pliers, you know, Dignitary Stylish and Jack Scorpio. And, you know, me just start, since I them start put it on the record, then so I just go and use it, you know.
Yeah, those times there, because even with Jack Scorpio, as I said, the early one I remember was Bias and Bias, and then you recorded an album. I'm not sure if you and Chaka Demus were actually a duo at this time here, but he was featured on some of the songs. It was a song called Consciousness a Lick.
Well, let me tell you how all of that go now. All of that now go when it's like when me and Chaka Demus start to link up and start to record. Those songs, a lot of people who like did have a song for Chaka Demus, where we get real hot global and I sell millions of records. Then you have you would have a Scorpio, you know, who would have called maybe another producer, like a Picout or whoever. And them that say, me have this with Chaka, yeah, man. So, yeah, man, me have a thing there with Chaka Demus, you know, me have that with Pliers, and then them start. Them people make album where it's not directly me and Chaka Demus going to the studio and make them. Some of those songs are songs that we used to call Urgle song. We say a jumper Urgle, you're going to the studio back in them days, they want that money. You see a producer and want that tune, they just make up one tune round in a you see me?
Yeah, because you're hustling at that time there. Everybody's just trying to make $1 and hustle and stuff there. Way before we even get to the whole Chaka Demus and Pliers, there's still a lot of ground that I want to cover with. Even you brought up a name, Picout. I think was Picout the first one to give you your hit there? That was your first hit, Love Is Burning?
Love Is Burning, yeah, that did go on well. But you know, you see, the thing, you see me to get all here play back in the days, my brother would all bias and them song there. Them soon that would have mash up the place, man. Enough sound man that I love all them songs. Enough sound man, they don't even know about all them songs because they never get the promotion. But I would have say yes, it's Picout really. We'd have some songs that go on before them time there, you know, but Picout really, Her Love Is Burning really give me that because I you know.
And how do you connect with Picout? Because I know Picout is a English label. They come down from England and stuff. How did you guys connect in the first place?
Well, the studio, the jam is one day. And some man tell me about him and say, you know, one big brother there and him there with a KIW sit down most of the day there and thing, and you know, say man do some record and the man they pay money, you know, singer, so you can't go link him and do 2 tunes. Feel me, know, me carry the man and some man carry me go link Picout the glad for see me too. So I start record for him. But him come from England and come here, you know, come do him recording. You know what I mean? Him there all about a record artist and thing. Never really know him. As me say, it's them introduced me to him and me and him becomes friend.
You're right. And
then the man that will give at that time, then the man that will give a little money. That is why I used to do what I used to do, you know, because he's a man where I think I'll murder she wrote boss and them thing there. Because he's a man when me know so come me know it's a hit song me did right.
Yeah.
And me, I sing the song, and me, I sing it for some man from England. Me get $4,000. Me sing it for that, him no do nothing with it. Me sing it for that next man there, him give me $4, him no do nothing with it. Me go back and sing. So I continue to sing it. So me sing it so till me really till it bust.
Okay, so you actually recorded that song several times.
Whole heap of time. By myself before Chaka Demus.
Yeah, because I remember, was it on the Bam Bam by yourself and then they put out another one with you and Chaka Demus?
No, when when me and Chaka D, well, when I went into the studio to record for Sly, it wasn't really Murder She Wrote. When I heard the rhythm first, the rhythm was a bam. And Sly say him bring a lot of different artists there. And them say them not like the rhythm because idiot rhythm. So I say, what kind of artist you bring in the studio? So they say rhythm and idiot rhythm. Which artist? Him tell you the artist them name. I say, yo, them don't know music then. But I didn't want to do Murder She Wrote because it's like when me keep singing the song over and over, Jamis have a rhythm the one me did love, when me did really want to sing the song and when me could have sing out the song more. But maybe what for happen just happened too, because no maybe what for happen thing. So it's like that when I went in there and did that, and they, I sing like about 5, them say, you have a song, Chaka say you have a song, man, where would have fit the rhythm. So I sing a whole heap of song will fit the rhythm. But he must say, no man, until me come around to Murder She Wrote. And him say, yes man, that's the tune. So now I go boom and I just record that and thing. And then when I record that, now I walk out of the studio and I say, Sly, bless, and we leave out, then give you all the change and we and thing and we say, all right. So now I come out through the door now. This rhythm keep ringing a bell with Toots. Bam Bam Festival song back in the days. Festival Bam Bam. I keep ringing a bell while me in the studio. I turn back. But you know why I didn't put it to Sly earlier as I done record Murder She Wrote is because I didn't know all of the lyrics. I know a few of the lyrics. I said to them, I love it, and boy, I would have loved put Bam Bam. And them said, sing it, man. So I said, I don't know the lyrics. Man, them say, I mean, sing what you know. See?
Yeah.
So when you hear me sing the song, there's like, me just sing what me know. You know what I mean? Because to me, it could have even better, but me just sing what me know, as him say.
Bam Bam, big, massive song. But again, I have a couple more questions before we get to Bam Bam, because that's huge. That's done so much for your career, like 30 years later. But we're going to get into that just now. There's a couple of classics that I want to go into. Another one was I Want to Be Your Man. It was put out on the Dennis Star label. How did that come around?
Well, I just sit down and just put that together, because all of the songs we hear it on the big album, the Chaka Demus and Pliers, all of those songs was done before, I did my part of songs before we link up, you know what I mean? And then it's when we link up now, we start, all of the songs them that we did before, we put them together. So it's like, listening music, because you have to listen to music, and you listen to all kind of music, and sometimes if it's not inspiration, then you come up with an idea. See? So I would have said that song is an idea song.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Another one here that you actually recorded for Winston Riley on the Technique label was Sunshine Days. Okay. How did you even connect with Winston Riley and come up with that song there? Because that's another classic.
Sunshine Day, them wanted, Winston wanted me to record for a long time, and couldn't find it. So one day I see him, I think it's the RG, and I see him. Because them time when I take Spanner Banner to the studio, and I take him to RG, I think it was RG. And then I see man, say, come record, long me look for you, man. Come record, boy, you record 2 tunes, man. I say, all right, him talk. But for boom man say, yeah man, I want to man, you want me to come record 2 tunes for you, man, but you have to go record Spanner first, So I said, no, man, are you more record was spanner? I said, me look a brother, see me, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, boy, you know what, spanner? I said, me not record, can't play record spanner, you know, Winston. So I record spanner give one tune, my life goes on.
Massive hit. Massive hit.
When spanner give him life goes on, now, you know, I start doing some recording for him.
Mm-hmm.
Sunshine there, so I just like, you know, to me is a man where have this love for woman, you know, come up with them because you're their own female and them make you feel nice, you know, make you feel happy, and you just come up with idea. Sunshine day, sunshine, you know, sunshine day you bring me, you know, early this morning as a clock, like, you know, me wake out of my bed, go stand up on my gate, you know what I mean? You know. Big
classic song there. Another one before we get out of the classic catalog would be another song. I'm not sure who you recorded it for, but this one was called Didn't We Almost Have It All?
Did we almost have it all? I wonder if I pick out, I don't remember what record for, you know, maybe pick out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not pick out, it's then star.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who you were working with amongst Pico, Dennis Star, Techniques. Those were your basic group. King Jammies also, that was a group of producers you were working for.
Yeah, but I really did want to start, because I did have songs where, when Jammies have the big bad within them, I did have songs that could really fit on those, love the rhythm, you know, dancehall rhythm that the King used to have, but I couldn't get the chance. But going at the yard and thing, but try to talk to the King, but the King more time was trying to look down upon me, so I came and said, who this man? You know what I mean? So I remember I get the opportunity, but some have to just run around and do some little thing with some different man, because the main man, them, you know, when a man up on top, the man, you know, was struggle around the corner. So, you know what I mean? Him up on top, so he might go for all top things. He might go for the top man, them, and the top move, and he might look the top friend, them. You know what I mean? Them want even want to hear you.
Crazy. So what was your big song before you actually got to Sly and Robbie to record Bam Bam? What was your biggest song before that?
The Sunshine Day was a beautiful song, you know. In you know, America did pick up that song, and America loved that song. Mm-hmm. We did have a little vibe, a nice vibe in the street in a hot, you know. Mm-hmm. You know, before me and Chaka Demus, because I remember one time we did have a clash at stadium. It was a 4-sound clash. Seeing my little sound is a little country sound where you have like 3 bad sound on it. Jammies are the top man. Jammies come first, and because of me, that little sound come second, and people don't know them thing there.
Okay, and what was the song that you were on that time there?
Me don't remember the name of the sound, but it's like little sound them just pay me for sing pan the little sound the night, and to me so bad.
Mm-hmm.
When me I sing and the crowd come around me, most of the people were the far couldn't see me, so them ball me put me on back, put him up on something. And then time the next have a thing called beer used to come now one box called Red Stripe. Mm-hmm. And then put them up together and put me upon it and give me the mic up down, the people them see me. But we'd have some nice like a tune, man. We'd have I remember a lot of I'm not biased and you know, some nice song. I remember Jingles one day, I go Caitlin and Jingles. You know, when we are youth are coming in them time, they and Jingles. Sanchez was on the show. Mm-hmm. You know, Sanchez perform. Me never did on the show. Me just going out place and Jingles find me and I beg me to go up and say, I say, Jingles, me nah go up there, man. Them people don't know me tune. Not going up there. And Jingles say, well, I'm man, you know, I have no confidence, so singer. Because some man from Cassava Piece to have boots, me call them time, me live up there for Cassava Piece. Mm-hmm. And me jump up on that, and when me go up on that, man, it come like Sanchez never even at the place, man. Because all of the tune them when me are real with the people them I hear them and I wonder who can nobody not see now.
Got you.
You know? Yeah, man. So there was a nice success there. Because every weekend I used to go to like Negril, Montego Bay. Actually every weekend go collect me look for people come for the show and place and when I go work, the place are nice because I pull people.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's big there. You brought up a name. two names, as a matter of fact, because I remember in the 80s, the late 80s, 87, 88, 89, even up to 90, it was Pinchers, Sanchez, Wayne Wonder came into the fold, Pliers, and that was a group of singers there.
Yeah, true.
Was there ever a time where, especially with you and Pinchers, where there was like almost like a face-off, or there was like some sort of a vibe between the Pliers and the Pinchers?
Well, Mr. Pinchers one time, Pinchers used to come from close. Pinchers original come close from where me come from, until he move, and, I heard that he move and going out the town. But, me see him one time when him just bus with Fatty, them just ride one F-150 pass, we stand up at the gate there where the little club where me used to sing with a boat. The amount of chain around the neck is on one man named Sati. You know what I mean? But one time, right past, but one time I really see him, I look for me because him say Leng want me for sting.
Okay.
So I say, yeah, him say link him around my house, and me link him around my house, and I say, yo, Leng want give you some money for sting. Leng want to give you some money for sting. Leng want you on the show. Because what you think them want to know, them are planning for the know. Clash. I clash them, I try clash me. So I say, all right. I'm going to go boom and go link Leng down where I used to station down somewhere down a jungle there, and I say, boy, why you pan sting, man? Why you come link me like him? I say, link me Monday morning for some advance. Because Leng I tell me for link him for advance, but me never really tell him how much money me charge. But he must say link him for advance. Anyway, I said to myself, so you know what, I'm not link Leng for no advance in a show. I have a look at thing in New York, I go New York, go deal with it, because I know them up too. Because Pinchers is a man where he have one brother in Jamaica where design him clothes, and him could have put on 12 big chain and bracelet, and then time the man wear every finger with ring, and and time the maybe me only have 3 shirts and 2 pants. So I couldn't go clash with them. I come up on the stage and people are going to say, wait, what am I doing? I'm going to say, boom, I'm going to New York. And matter of fact, I don't clash thing with no guy, man. So I'm going to New York and go do my little thing and come in. Remember one day I come up on the road and I see Leng I drive, him a specialist, and him stop and say, you diss me? So I said, this yo. I think then time I remember the man, brother, because one time I see him, this yo, what you mean? But I know a specialist.
Yeah.
But when I see him with the gun in him lap, now I saw my member say, oh, him near Leng. I said, nah, man, this yo. So I have a look at one thing to go do in a New York, and people in my pressure me. So I just got to mash up that look at one thing there in a New York, and the thing miss me. I couldn't make it, brother. Yeah, that's it.
And that was it. Okay, so then that was the only time where you and Pinchers actually were supposed to be like on something on stage together.
And then lately when me boss, when me go global now, remember them have like a show when them used to keep up New Kingston side and then Carlisle and King Star Time. Remember, say in the profile on that show there, when me there backstage, me invite on the stage, but me never even see.
Crazy, because I swear there was actually a compilation or album they had put out with both.
Well, that compilation then done by another some hustlers. Because I never really want that. Worse that now. Because the man do all that tune say, now but that post side of me, duppy, side of me. I big up yourself on that. I big up an album cover. I am fever duppy. All them things that if I never some guy who hustle, the guy could make all them the tune about me. Because me in a certain thing, me always try to move. I mean, me love people. People are my job. People make me can send me youth them at high school. People I can lie down in a nice bed and them thing. Them I love people. Seeing but it's about competition and people are clash and a war and a kill them. I really like them thing there. So me always try to stay away from them kind of people and them kind of feed them attitude, because he's a global man, in my mind from me like a youth. So I don't want to sit down and no pen and fight no war,
I got you. All right. So even when it came to the business itself, in what stage in your career did you actually learn the music business? Because I know earlier you said you just go sing a song.
Well, we learned the music. We learned the music business when we signed with the company name Island Record.
And this is as a duo or as yourself this time?
As a duo, because when we are record for people, we never even know say there was a thing called publishing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you record for a guy, him take your song and him all publish for your part, publish theme parts, and I eat your food right through the time. Most of them guys who say them are producer do them thing there.
Mm-hmm.
So we never know all these things, and there's a lot of things that we learn that we never know, that we learn from being in the company of Island Record, the people them that run the company and stuff,
Definitely. Okay, let's
people.
It was Chris Blackwell that was running Island at the time there.
Yeah, because when him actually becomes our friend, because every Sunday when him there, I used to link, I'll go up a Strawberry and world vibes with him, man,
Mm-hmm.
So we learn from them.
That's good. All right, let's get into this massive song that seems to just keep giving. 30 years later, it just continues to give, which is Bam Bam. Not Bam Bam, sorry.
Murder, She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
man.
How did you even come up with that song in the first place?
Well, me did have a girlfriend. And the girl that I'm around, say, one 17, I go 18. So me did have a little shop at, I'm a hustler, and I have some little Heineken and bread stripe for me I sell on the shop. So me did every day.
Mm-hmm.
So this girl used to pass, like in the evenings, morning and evenings, because she's not from Rockall.
Mm-hmm.
She's from somewhere down, half the hill.
Mm-hmm.
So I did love the girl. The girl used to, it was a beloved, she smiled, she was like, sexy.
Mm-hmm.
She not too fat, she not too slim. She right. Then time there, it actually want to call it my first girlfriend that took her.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then now she said she's pregnant and, but me I watch her if it's so I go on, but me don't really see no belly I come. But she I deal with. So me never see no belly I grew or nothing. So me I said then when it reach all, sorry, all a year now, me go like me I go so boom and say, no, it's all 7 months now. Me start pre-it and I say, wait, then now me not see no belly and then thing I will go on.
Mm-hmm.
So now I saw me go so book now and go use all her name to in the song, because that's what she name. So I'm take a book and a pencil and thing and go write it down and write down the tune and write the tune.
Just like that there. So then how did you and Chaka Demus actually connect now to record that song? Did you guys link from before, or this was the first interaction?
Yeah, well then truly, me and Chaka was going on a mini tour in America.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Chaka Demus, Lady G, Papa San. That are the first time Shabba ranking I go with Shabba. When him on the plane, him say him nah go back. Because they don't give him no work. Him so ugly, them no want give him no work. I can remember that plane, he like him a run joke, but I can remember that. I know him won't come back for real until all I sang them when voice he just shut up. But anyway, because of boom and me and the Demus start, it's like all of us was like waiting on, we went to the American embassy for some visas. And I was like, all of us reason, like, the sound, because we're artists, like Chaka said, boy, what's up, man? Boy, I love all your song, them, I love your song, them, boy, I'm not lying. I like your style of singing more than even Pinchers, and we are reason from this, so.
Mm-hmm.
So then we go to America and we do the little tour. But we did scatter until, like him send some man at Philly. I'm not sure Philly him go, so him man at New York. You know what I'm there?
Mm-hmm.
So when we are coming back now on the plane, I see Chaka again, I will start reasoning and him start. Say, boy, I mean, all like, You think good, man, you know, so some of them tune there, we should link up and do something. I say, yeah, man, should link up and do some combi, man. And I said, really, a true, man, that could have worked, you know. But now, one time, him go so now and him have a show, him friend have a show in Tampa, Florida, him friend named Purple Man. And him introduced Purple Man to me. And so I have a little singer there with bad, you know. You know what I mean? It's like them not respect him, but him tough. Give my blind man and the man them give me the show and give me $1,000 and I go do it. So but when we do the show now, Chaka Demus, me perform and then now Chaka Demus perform after me because it was just about two of us on the show. So when Chaka Demus when Chaka Demus and like on the finishing of his performance, him call me up on the stage and we start do some combination.
Okay.
Like me sing and him rap. So, you know, it's like that catch the whole club afire. That was the best part of the show. So then we decide, so, all right, then we're going to do something together, you know what I mean? But him did fly, go, him did have some show in a Japan, 7 show, him go Japan now, me take my little food and go to boom and go Rochester, New York. Things would really tough. Me have the thing there, but me never make no money really too. So I take the $1,000 and go in a Rochester, go sit down and run some friend and turn it.
Yeah. Okay, and that was the beginning there. And what year was it that you guys first connected?
Around 1990.
1990. So we're looking at between 30 to 31 years right now that you guys have been doing music together.
Yeah, because the first set of music then come out about 91. Early 91. Late 90, early 91. Because remember I would do a song for a virgin. Because me and him there, you know, and thing I go on and me there so fine, you know, and I record. I record up on music, but me there suffer because the man not give me nothing. But me there now and me there now, me hear say, we do a song for a brother named Ozzy. I think a Ozzy Ibert named Galwine.
Yes.
And it's like that song stayed on the Black Echo chart. That was a big chart in England for 13 weeks, a number 1. Then we there suffer now, me never even know me have a tune for the chart.
Just like, because this was through the debut album, the Galwine album.
To Galwine album, yeah, a span of 1. So we have him and Chaka Demus named Terror. So we have from 1 to 9. So people them start calling for work now, and so me start. Me have one piece of bicycle I used to ride and so a bicycle I could have moved, some could have dashed a piece of bicycle. Buy one, yeah. You see me?
Yeah.
I want to tell you so that piece of bicycle I dash me at you with the bicycle and Richie Spice take it, you know.
Okay.
Richie take the piece of bicycle and I say, yo, you know some piece of bicycle, me don't even like it, because it come like it's salt. But the man take the piece of bicycle and have it fix it up and have it ride until it come like in car and bus. So he go so boom, I want 4 part, one place where like it, I want 4-wheel part and go so whoop and ride it, same ride it, go and go so whoop and wheel it round and left it and walk with. Yeah. And some you'd say, give me this, you want, say, yeah man, I want to take it. You know, so after that, the man boss, man.
The bike was Cross's boss.
Joke bicycle, brother.
All right, so you guys really got your break. Was not really Jamaica. Your big break really came out of the UK, England, is where you guys really started to get the break.
Definitely.
And what were some of the early stuff you started to do when you got out there?
But look at the thing, man. I mean, like, even before we got signed to the major record company, Island Record, you know, because a big company, you know, because a big star them did have, you know, in them company. It was U2 and what a star. And you know, before that, we signed, it's not like that company would have did really bust in England, because me say, we just are eating in England and never know.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Like before we signed. Because when I would go to England, I would do some shows, and every show was full up. Every show was sold out, sorry. We did the shows and I come back in Jamaica and then now, but we did do the album already for Island. Like just finished the album. So it's just a work, you know, it's a work. And when you want something to eat, you can't find it, brother. But the thing that manifest and a generate thing. Because when I come here back about 2 months after that, me them say, wow, back in England, because we depend on the chart. Me say, me no depend on the chart. We know depend on the chart. The why we go to the two. Remember, say, we have 8, 9 tunes from number 1 to number 9 on Black Echo chart. All you mean depend on the chart? I say, depend on the British national chart. I say, well, that time them two know not about a British national chart to tell you the truth, you know, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
you just knew you were on some
chart. It's a story. It's a big, long book.
Okay, so then even with Island, that deal there, how did that deal change your life? Because as you said, you had a bike, it wasn't really working out. You were doing things, it wasn't really working for you. How did that deal really change your life?
Well, a deal changed your life that it make us Chaka Demus and Pliers known all over the world. I remember one time we were in England at the bars, and I drink some Hennessy, and a white guy recognized we come from him come from Russia. And him say him remember when the time him say one of the time how the place get so cold that when him play Tease Me come like him feel the warmth of Jamaica, him just feel the Caribbean, you know, warmth, the sunshine, everything, you know. So it's like it take us globally around the world, but I don't like it giving up. We never really and we learn a lot about the business. So we learn a lot. I mean, we get a lot. We learn a lot. We get a lot of experience. We learn a lot. But financial wise, all them record we sell and them 48 million a record we sell and going a Guinness Book of World Record for 2 million record in a 1.5 week with Twister. We don't get $1.
What?
Not even 1 cent. You know what I mean? A little money.
And it was okay, because I know a huge one in UK, huge, was the Tease Me single and the album. That was huge. Okay. So was the single, the Twist and Shout single, was that on the Tease Me album?
No. What happened is that them should appear with differently for that. Because when we did the album, the Tease Me album, it was on the album, the Tease Me was went number 2. On the chart, the album start right the chart and I go because the album did went number 1 on the chart too. That album, that specific album, and but now what happened now is that Jack Radix come up with the idea of Twist and Shout, and them called Chaka Demus and Pliers and the song. So we went on the song, and the song now them release the song now. The song start run like a wildfire. But so what I'm doing now, them pull back the album, take the album off of the street, pull it back for I think about 2 weeks or something, or 3 weeks, and then put Twist and Shout on it. But that was a single that we should get separate money for, that them still not giving none. You know, then give a man a money, and when them give the man the money, they make him have to do a thing there when me carry him say, or him have to sign. But anyway, I saw it go. But I mean, like, thank God. We you know, we write a song so the guy them couldn't. So me smart that them, you know, we learn the thing that them really couldn't take my publishing. See, so that is what keep us going and keep us alive. So because you know, it's about 300 people do over murder she wrote. You know, some small people, but then you have Nicki Minaj, Victim Sample. You have Pitbull, you have Chris Brown and Mario and them things. They say if I was a fool, one at the time a white guy come and ask a boy right now, him get a deal for we are publishing deal, and like for instance, him that get $10. 20% out of that would be for him for you know, for transact the deal, the business, the deal. So, you know what I mean, when the deal come through now, so you get $10 and now him take 20% out of that, but the guy I look power and I say, come with a thing for we sign, and if you say when we are read through the thing, it has say, yo, 5% I come out of my money for him and 5 for Chaka Demus, so the guy that take for life. So I ask the guy, say, what is? I say, I'm looking about the deal, I'm asking for 5% for you, that because that's the way, because the white guy come from America. Him said that's the way it is. I mean, like, I'm supposed to get 20%, but I'm supposed to get 5% from you and 5% from Chaka Demus. And Chaka Demus never understand. So Chaka say, yeah, man. I mean, me say, yo, well, yeah, me. Cross it out. You're not getting my own. You think it's to this thing go? When I don't see if when me, when they're around again for the management, when me I part tomorrow morning now, when me down my place now, where my kids them to eat now, 20 years on now, a guy I collect out of my money, when me don't even know where I'm there.
Crazy.
When you write me thing, me say, brethren, you bother with me and that guy. Cross it out, brother.
Is crazy.
Or else a guy would take me record sales, I still gone in my publishing. Because when I check it enough time, the record company call we answer to with that this name pop up, man, them name pop up all on the record, on murder she wrote as publisher, that's the people them have to stop. Because some man want to try claim all the thing. Yeah, I wonder how them name get in pan it. Oh, that man, yeah. Who is it? His name is Paul John Jones Jane. You know that man, yeah? Man, I try to suck off a piece of the pub.
It's crazy, this business. It's like a lot of people see you sing this nice song and they don't really understand what happens behind the scenes.
Right? Not easy, my brother. It's not an easy road,
Especially for you guys to be performing on such a high level for so long. Do you remember, tell me one of your most memorable concerts that you guys did when you guys got to the UK as the big Chaka Demus and Pliers now?
At the UK?
UK, Europe, anywhere, one of your most memorable shows.
Oh, one of my most memorable show, I always say, is Brazil. But it was me and Chaka alone. It was Maxi Priest and Inner Circle and Shabba. Me, Chaka Demus, Maxi Priest, Inner Circle and Shabba. Where me see, me never know so much people could have come at one stage show. Like 150 or over 150,000 people. People just a drop. So I faint because people cluster together, and every minute you see them have to take board show people and I run them outside. And I'll never forget that. And
do you remember the year that show was?
No.
Yeah.
So honest, if you tell you the truth, we kind of did get trick, I will get and them spoiled with when we go with the Island record, because after a while you're like them baby, you don't carry passport, everybody look about everything and see just I run up and down and I do show you you forget everything. And you just run and I do show and I do things and I do, man, it's like, yeah, man, it's crazy.
It's a big blur after a while because you've done so much. You understand. Okay, I got a couple more questions for you here. Okay, so you did your debut, you did all of that. So at this time, when you guys are hot in the UK and Europe, what was the vibe like back in Jamaica? Were you guys big, or you just come back to Jamaica and just be normal, or you had that same energy in Jamaica also?
Me and Chaka Demus, that is why maybe people don't really recognize us more in Jamaica, because we live the life I realize Chaka did the same thing, the same life like how me used to live a rock hall. When me never have nothing at all. Me live it when me have something. Me look and see people, music artists, I get hype when them boss, and them can wear some chain and them can look nice and have some nice car, them change them attitude. I can't change, I couldn't see no change. Me just becomes live the normal me forever. If that was a question.
And kept it was just, I wanted to know if you guys got the same love when you came home. Was it more love on the road?
Oh, yeah, yes. Okay, sorry. So, no, uptown. No disrespect, but uptown people run down the car and, hey, uptown, excited. But, I mean, other places now, most Jamaicans love more toughness, like, like them would love a more Ninja Man or the Killer, the more hardcore artists,
Mhm.
the ghetto love. But the uptown people now, you couldn't go uptown in peace because of the type of music that we produce, we slide and produce out, and we sing, it's like it catch the ears of the uptown crowd more.
Yeah, big there. I know even the song "Bam Bam" because that was a song on your own there. It was featured in a video game, Grand Theft Auto. All
Yeah.
right. How did it get in there? How did that even come up to now? Because your song being in a video game is an amazing feat for an artist to have your song in a video game. That's a totally different level altogether.
Yeah, but well, that come through the publish. I think nothing. The publisher.
Mhm.
Okay, as you know, say Murder She Wrote in Save the Last Dance, and I Wanna Be a Man movie, and I Wanna Be a Man in like Poetic Justice back in the day of the Janet Jackson and Tupac.
Okay.
That thing that now like the publisher them not just them look them kind of work there, like them say okay, them try sell certain thing, them say okay, right now these artists are good, and this is a song we could, you're making this love song movie, this could you Janet and Tupac could kiss to this song, you know what I'm with there. It's like them for them thing that.
Yeah, big. Because even another stuff that happened when Kamala Harris won the vice president, they were playing "Bam Bam" in Philly. What was that feeling like to know that this song came out like 30 years ago and it's still very relevant even in a presidential race? It was relevant in another country. What was that feeling like?
It was great. It was good. But let me tell you the truth, my brother, from art. So we are some, you see, we are some like Nama earth people. Like, it's like we are some people that just believe in the greatest, and like we always look for the great. It was a good feeling, but we always look for the greatest then. So it's like everything just, enough things come normal because we have been through so many things before where that we don't talk good things in music that we don't even talk about, and people don't hear, because in time you never have social media. In the 90s, the early to late 90s, you never have social media. But it was good. It was a great feeling to know, because people call me from all about me, start get message from Africa, all about the place.
Crazy. Because there was another two moments that I want to go through with the Chaka Demus and Pliers. Was one in 2007, the American Music Awards with Alicia Keys. You remember that? How that came around?
I never even remember that. But I remember one day with the Ocherias, and somebody called me. I'm going on to spend a couple of days, and someone called me and say, look, one of our Alicia Keys people them called me and said them wanted us to do that with her. She wanted us to do a song with her on stage. And I said, wow, wonderful, man, music. And say, it's when me down my house, my people them not the house. I say, say, the American music, because we are talking about a great thing that. And I say, because I pre that, them way there. And then after a while, I get to realize, yeah, man, that's something good, man, because after that, we started a whole lot of work. But when them call me now, I give them the management at that time phone number, and them deal with the business, and now just go do that.
Yeah. Big. And another one in 2013 was the BET Awards, where it was Chaka Demus, Pliers, Don Penn, Beanie Man, and Elephant Man. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, that was a nice experience though, because when I was rehearsing, Elephant Man said himself, what kind of rehearsal them money out the month? Them money out the money, so boy, the money quiet, too quiet, man, how this thing go. But them not understand say as a we work. You notice how Bob Marley sit down with him guitar and play. It's just a natural thing and nobody not follow no one because people just live them own live. And Bob would sing and play my own guitar with him and rehearse him sit down and go so and go so. But make any guy, no wicked like that, but no stage, no way. You understand? So I just say it go. When the time come around for a man to do his job, then the man go and do him work. Yeah. But that was great, man. That was another wonderful thing. But remember, say, Chaka Demus and Pliers used to do a lot of BT interviews. You know what I mean? Before even them thing there. That's when even the guy who used to own BT becomes friend. Because every time I go there, we used to sit down in the little lobby part around with some coach. The coach them where them sit down in. A coach them name? The co-chair.
The coach.
Coach or whatever. And the man really know when we are come sit down every time we come and sit down and say, you guys, I love your songs about you guys want coffee? So it's long time we had the MT, BT and them thing there and what are them something there.
It was a good vibe, and even bring it up to even 2020 because everybody knows right now we're in the middle of the pandemic and stuff right now. You guys did a virtual Sumfest, all right? I think it was 2019 or 2020. You know, 2020.
2020.
Yeah, because we're in 2021, 2020. What was that like now? Because you've had so many different experiences, and I'm almost positive that might have been your first virtual show. What was that like?
No, it's not. It's not. We do some stuff like that before in America, before even in the Corona, long back in the time when I'm a record with it. Put we on like on TV some shows and then them record we and them put them thing together but nobody in the audience. But I don't really like it.
That's not really your style.
I don't like it because at the end of the day, when you know say you perform in front of people and see empty place, you don't feel good. But you know you do it because it's still good. I mean people are gonna see us still and you know what I mean. But it was great.
Yeah. Even some other new stuff, because I know right now, 2021, you have out a new song with your brother called Real Warriors.
Yeah.
So. All right. How did you guys come up with that song there? And why did you figure right now would be a good time to collaborate with Richie Spice again?
Real Warriors, that's a song. I really talk about people who ungrateful, which is real truth. That song come out of my heart is ungrateful people. Then you have some people who would rather don't eat for 4 days just to make you don't eat. You have those kind of people. And you have people who don't like to strive because every time you get up and try, every time if there's 7 things up on the ladder, every time you reach 5, somebody grab your foot and drag you and fling you back at ground. If you listen to this song, because them not gonna play all them songs still, you know, because when you listen to the song, it's positive. But no guy no want to play them kind of song nowadays. You know, say rip off that and tear down that and make that run and make substance run and ground and I mean, it's like it not make no sense to some people, but you know, it's a nice song. So it's me write the song and Richie come here it one evening and come at my house and hear it one evening and say, love this, you know, man. But I'm here to do something on it and he was, you know, like start to put some writing together and then him say, no, sir, but you this good enough. Let me just sing some of what you sing. So we went to the studio and we just sing some of the part that I sing and yeah, but it's a nice song that me think should I get some more strength. When maybe need to put some strength on the song because the song fresh still, you know.
Yeah, and yeah, because I know it has a music video and everything, so it was a real project that you were working on. It wasn't just a song you recorded and put it away.
But that song too is going to be on the album that I'm working with Just Crew.
Original Just Crew?
Yeah, man. Come here do an album with Just Crew. Okay,
let's talk about it.
Yeah, man. I have about 9 songs on it already. I have a gospel song on it, and you know, I write a gospel song about a vision I have one night, and you know, about 9 songs. But you know, what them doing now, them putting on harmonies and some, and instruments and some and trying to get it together. So, but we got 13 songs. But what I'm gonna do now, I'm doing a EP differently because I know the album that Screw doing maybe not come out till maybe end of year.
Got you.
But I need some new stuff now. So I put 8 songs on an EP. Maybe 2 of the songs in a combination with me and Chaka Demus. So about 8 songs on an EP right now,
Okay. And the one with Just Screw, you say it should have about 13.
Yeah, 13 same one, 13 songs on it. So when I got this like, I'm about 9 or 10 already. So maybe can just pick 3 from the EP and give him same kind of some music thing up.
For sure. And at this point in your career, because I know Chaka just put out an album the other day, and now you're working on yours. So are you guys working on a collaborative album after you just wanted to solidify your album and his album and then put together one? What was the thinking about doing 2 different albums, especially after so long as a duo?
Well, what we do sometimes we just do something, we just try to come because through the duo, it all is Chaka Demus and Pliers. Wow, if you see it, we are try make some single songs, so we can do something different. Like, me come with a little EP, me come with a EP solo. We was trying a little thing different. But still, we are still together putting an album, me and him, because what happened is that we're going to use some of the old tracks, play over something and some of the old tracks on the big selling album, and we're doing some new tracks. Because the other day I went around his house at the studio and did a lovely song, So we're doing a lot. We're doing some work, we're doing some music work.
All right, I got a last question here before I get you out of here. You've had this crazy career as a soloist and then as a duo. We're talking over 30 years. We're probably closer towards 40 right now. When would you say was the highest point in your solo career and the lowest point in your solo career? And again, it doesn't have to be because of a word. It could be just how you felt, something that happened. It could be the smallest things. The highest point and the lowest point.
Solo career, the highest point. Solo career. Is I think when I was in New York, one time I was in New York with what is DJ name again? Shinehead. Yeah, man, and because I have the songs then, but it's like some people love it, but me not get the love what I'm supposed to get. I remember one time I go up on the stage and I sing a song named Tracy. Is anybody see Tracy? Up the road and down the road and up the road again. Through the street and down the lane, searching for my girlfriend. The song was the club lift. And Shinehead run up on the stage and me and Shinehead have to sing this. I sing and Shinehead DJ. So I sing a verse and a punch and him DJ. And it come like that could have just been the whole show. Nobody, we just couldn't come out. We couldn't stop. So that would give me a great feeling to say, yes, carry on, my brother. Go on, it can happen.
For sure.
Yeah, and the lowest point is one at the time when a brother named Morrison did put Pliers for my record. Well, after them sitting and fight me and they might give me so much beating. But like, yeah, man, more people are trying and some man just, they know the struggle and more time. Yeah, come here, have a whole lot of people still try to dry you down. And remember like that when the man put Pliers for me, for him know Pliers,
Yeah.
After them switch up my name and him put Pliers for me thing, and that was like, that did really break me heart. That was one thing I never forget. It did me hurt, but I know him did that though, and him do it.
And he did it. Okay, so you know what? Give me the same high-low for the duo now. Highest point in the career as Chaka Demus Pliers and lowest.
Highest point is when I recognize that we start get so much big hit on the charts. all over the world, not in America, because even Murder She Wrote, got 23 on the Billboard chart without backative. So that was a high point, because I love what I do. I love it. I love what I do. Mm-hmm. And I always want to go there, and I like to stand up in front of the people and see the people are communicating with me. The low part is when some guy no want tour. Mm-hmm. When the band no want get up, when them no want move, them think that, you're unhappy with that. And when me no get no pay for me get no pay. So that low too. That low blow. You don't get no pay for my record sales, but a low blow, the lowest blow that,
But it's crazy because thank God you learned the business, because you learning the business is what has you going right now, especially where you can't perform for a year. So then that means residuals, publishing, and all of those stuff have to be coming in because there's no performance going on.
Because, so I live luckily from me coming, never really like, me not following, what happened? Okay, I shouldn't say that, because when I listen the Bob Marley original song and listen the Try Ja Love, Third World, them and thing. Me hear people are singing about hate, do that. I might sing about one thing, but I don't like it. So luckily, me used to grab a little pen and a little paper and go and meditate and try to get a one thing out. And me get hits, me get greater hits than any man, any guy out of this business here. You can't tell them that. Even though we have a height name in Jamaica, but we get hits when we get success a majority man where, we don't have competition, but majority guy not have.
Crazy. Mr. Pliers. Crazy conversation. Thank you for actually coming to the platform and doing this, because
it's a pleasure, man. It's great. It's wonderful to be here. It's a pleasure from my heart, brother.
Thank you, because I've been doing a lot of research and I can't find any long form interview with Pliers, because I know you're not a man of many words. So the fact that you sat down and did this, thank you so very much.
Yeah, man. More of the people them know some Instagram King Pliers and Twitter King Pliers, Like I mean Instagram, and if you want to find that. See?
Yeah, that's where they will find everything going on. That's where they'll find the new Twitter, EP, all of that stuff.
Facebook, everything are King Pliers.
King Pliers, good. Okay, before I get you out of here, could you give us a piece of Murder She Wrote and Bam Bam in a medley style?
Excuse me. I know this little girl, her name is Maxine. Her beauty's like a bunch of roses. Oh, if I ever tell you about Maxine, you would have said, I don't know what I know, but a murder she wrote. Oh, a murder she wrote. A murder she wrote. No, no, no. Murder she wrote. I want you to know that I am a man who fight for the rights and not the wrong. Hey, them saying this and them chatting that. Whoa, going here and them going there. Then watch it now. Soon you will find out the man I'm supposed to be. At the road. Murder's road. I want to read it out. Whoa.
Mr. Pliers sound just like the record, the vibe. And it's almost like as soon as you went into singing mode, you could see you just completely transformed.
Yeah,
and then now we're back to talking, transform again.
Oh, God, man.
Big glass. You know that.
That man's spirit directly up there.
All right. So on Instagram, it's King Pliers, Twitter, King Pliers, Facebook, King Pliers. Check it out. Man. He has a new EP coming out. He has a new album coming out, hopefully by the end of the year. Mr. Pliers, let me give you an outro and get you out of here, because this conversation was very good. All right.
Thank you very much, my brother.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Cuts Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out.
Yes, Muscle.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.